This is gonna be my first time here with you guys.
Alright. What are we jetting today?
I hope so. It's been I've been off of the trainer for about 5 weeks, so God, you really miss it.
Alright, welcome to Skills and Drills, everybody. We are going to be riding here on the Richmond course. Working on a couple tech issues, switching over to voice activity, should be good to go. Alright, we're going to be riding on the Richmond course today on the flats, and then we're going to be working on a lot of different aspects of positioning, and then later doing the effort for the attack. Seth, good evening.
Good evening.
How are you feeling this fine evening?
I'm okay. How are you guys doing?
That makes one. I am definitely gassed. I'm gonna have to cut back my training load this week.
I'm not gonna lie, my knees are a little sore, my legs are a little sore, but other than that, I'm great.
Yeah, I think basically since mid-May, or late May actually, 900 TSS average training weeks is kind of catching up a little bit.
With you? Yes.
Yeah.
I don't think I have that.
No, I've been doing an average of almost 900 TSS per week when you average out the 3-week build.
Ouch.
Yeah. So this week is when they've told me, dude, if you want to have a good week next week of intensity, you're gonna take a break this week. So they told me that today. We had a conversation on the ride home.
Roger.
All right, so we got 11 more minutes before we start. So make sure you are hitting the bathroom, getting your water, setting up your fan, combing your hair, doing whatever it is you need to do before you get going.
Ian, I don't think I remember having a week of 100K of running. That was
You enjoyed that?
well, I was lucky. The weather was perfect.
Well, good. That was just simply a good way to build up your running base as we start heading into our Miami Man push now.
Yep, I agree.
All right, Dennis is joining us today. We got Coker and Nunez in there as well.
Sweet.
All right, yeah, it should be a lot of fun today. Just mostly it's gonna be positioning, so it won't be hard for you, Seth, until towards the end when we start working on our attack efforts. Those 2 minutes of FTP plus to try and get away from the bunch. So that ought to make things interesting.
I got dropped momentarily. Did you say something?
Yeah. I said we're gonna have some fun today doing a lot of positioning work, so that will be good and easy for you. But then we'll be doing those 2-minute efforts to stay away, as if you're making your attack. It's August attacks after all, so we got to work on the attack. Speaking of which, we have about a little under 8 minutes left before we get going. And so for anyone out there interested in the cool ODZ gear that I'm wearing, we do have a kit order going on right now. Head over to www.teamodz.com. They have this base layer. Unfortunately, you can't get these bib shorts that I have on there. There's the limited edition Virtual World Championships kit. But we do have a lot of other things, including some socks. And the socks, mine are on the way, so I can't show them to you, but they're pretty cool. If you look on our YouTube channel, Jason Flores will unbox them for you. All right, Mr. Y is on with us. Welcome, Mr. Y. Coker's with us. Made it on, good. Welcome.
Isn't it heresy for a triathlete to wear socks when he rides?
Yeah, but I also ride. Well, I did up until recently ride road shoes, but I broke those, so that's where we are.
You broke them?
I did. I broke the strap, but to be fair, they were 13 years old, so got a lot of good wear out of them.
Yeah, that age would do it.
Hey, Dennis, you're back. Welcome.
Hey, Ian. Good to be back.
All right, so for those listening, you're going to get a lot more information than the folks who are not on Discord. We're going to be doing a 1.5 out of the gate, so try not to mash the pedals right away. This is a skills and drills ride, not a race, so the idea is we'll have the opportunity to all work together and learn from each other and learn with each other. We're going to be focused today on positioning first, and then we'll move into the effort you need to make to get away on an attack. So we're going to focus on 2-minute efforts to start, because that's really what you're going to have to be able to do, is hold 2 minutes sustained hard, and then you can kind of settle into your pace with your breakaway companions, or if you're by yourself, you just kind of keep pushing on. So thanks, Glyverson and John, for the likes on the stream. And by the way, we are streaming on Facebook Live. So you have fans out there watching. Anybody watching the stream, feel free to jump in with questions or comments. Funnier the better, or if they're actually good questions, we'll pose it to the group or we'll answer them for everybody. Please don't tell me my Zwift just crashed. My Zwift just crashed. I gotta log back in. Damn it. At least it happened with 4 minutes to go and not after 4 minutes. So Dennis, how's working man life treating you?
There we go. Very busy. And with the new resistance unit on this trainer, everything is so much harder than it ever used to be.
What trainer are you using now?
Well, I still have my fluid too, but they replaced the resistance unit, and everything is twice as hard as it ever used to be.
Well, good. It's going to make you twice as strong.
Yeah, okay. But I just get out and ride now when I can, and with the work schedule till after the school gets back in session.
Yeah, I got you. Alright, let me try one more time. There we go. So everybody's getting to see me, everyone's getting to see me log in.
I forgot to sign up. I had to get out and get back in.
Yeah, you can just jump in from your phone. You'll be alright. Alright, we got 20 of us. That's good. Hopefully it doesn't crash on me again like it looks like it might. Yep, that's not going to be... Ah, dang it just crashed on me again. Good job, Zwift, today. Well, this may be a very short skills and drills class, folks.
Swift has did that to me 2 out of 3 group rides this week.
Yeah, it's getting a little frustrating here. Good thing is I have proof of this. If anyone's watching the stream, they're going to see that it keeps crashing on me because they'll keep seeing the little thingy pop up saying, oh yeah, we're closing. Sorry. Our bad. It makes me happy that I logged in, you know. I logged in 40 minutes early. Come on. All right, looks like Adam Yates is joining us. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Come on.
Oh, no.
Well, folks, sorry to say we may not be having much of a skills and drills tonight because this is the 3rd time in 5 minutes that's been closed down. Seth, if you can hold it for a minute while I try to log back in.
I'll hold it here at the gate.
No, you don't have to hold at the gate. I'll drop in where you guys are.
No, that's easy effort. We like that. We'll take it.
What do you want me to do? Just ride at 1.5?
1.5, yeah. 1.5.
Got
Tell
it.
them to stay by you.
All right.
The idea is, like always, want to move around the group. I want you guys to try and stay right by each other. Ideally, moving forward and back, getting the feel for it. So for those of you who are new, I apologize. This happens every once in a while where Ziff crashes out on us. It's not normal, but usually it seems to only happen when I'm traveling. No, and that now doesn't let me join. Let's go. Here we go. Come on. All right. There we go.
Yay!
I see you now.
Yeah. I'm
Yep.
here. Hershey, that's 2 weeks in a row Hershey's dropped on us because he can't read the description.
I'm glad I logged on. I thought this was at 7 o'clock.
Oh. No, it's a 6:30. Okay.
Are you on the East Coast?
Yeah, it's 6:30 East Coast. All right, so it's apparently not
He's on
Adam
the
Yates
deep
with
south
us.
coast.
I'm guessing Mr. Y may be Yates. All right, so if you are on Discord and you're not able to speak, it's because you're on push to talk. There should be a little button on your phone or your keyboard that you can push to transmit into Discord. All right, so I'm going to explain to you guys what we're going to do, and then I'm going to type it up so the entire group can see it later in a minute. Today we're going to be working on positioning. So the idea for today is to stay tight towards the front of the bunch. And the reason we want to do that is because later we're going to work on the attack effort that you would do if you were going to attack a group. So right now I got a whole bunch of people up front pushing 2.0. I'm going to need them to slow down. All right, so the importance of being in good position in a group. There's Alex Yates, okay? So Mr. Y is not Yates. Alex, thanks for joining us on Discord. All right, so the importance of being in a good position is that you're able to launch or respond to attacks. And we've covered this a number of different times in skills and drills. Problem is that we routinely see people who are not holding a good position and then they get surprised by an attack they can't cover, or they attack from a poor position. So what we're going to do in the first bit of today is we're going to utilize some of the other techniques that you've been using in some of the games we've done before to try and keep up at the front but not on the front. And we're going to take that so we can always ensure that we're in the best possible position. We're going to be able to take advantage of the group, and that we can then later on launch our attack from an attach to the advantageous position and hopefully get away. Does that make sense to everybody today?
Yep.
Yes, sir.
I'm following.
All right. All right, let me type some of this up and then we will continue our warm-up and get at the group effort. All right, so we got Jimmy the Fox up the road there, a few others. We're gonna let them go. We're not gonna chase them. If we bring them back, we bring them back. So don't worry about them. They're no longer part of the group unless they decide to come back to us. Alrighty, sorry about the cough. Riding home here sometimes gives me a little smoker's hack from the exhaust fumes. Alrighty. So if any of you haven't noticed, there's a lot of different things you can do thanks to the Ride on Seth. You can customize your avatar a lot more than you could now. Unfortunately, I couldn't find a good hairdo that I like, so I went back to bald. It's more arrow. Frank, glad you could get back with us. I'm sure you've been out riding a whole bunch outside in the last couple months. All right, so we got about 4 more minutes here. Again, let's keep it nice and steady. If you're at the front, go ahead and move to the back. Thanks to Ride On, Dennis. If you're at the front,
Yep.
Pete says, "Good morning, legends." It's morning for him. He's probably watching us with a coffee before going to work. Pete Donahue from Zwift Fitness, the brains behind that endeavor. Really good programs going on over there. All right, so keep moving forward and back, forward and back. The idea is that you can feel at this easier pace, what does it take to move to the front, and how can you drift to the back and still hold a decent position or not come out of the draft? All right, so once we hit our 10-minute mark, we're going to go ahead and jump up to a 2.5 effort. Well, we'll go to 2 first. And when we're at 2, and then later on we go to 2.5 and even 3, our focus is going to be letting me be on the front, not because I just want to be at the front, but because I'm going to simulate the person who's doing the work. And you want to fight for third wheel. You always want to be in that top third. We've only got about 20 people here, so you want to be fighting for third or fourth wheel, somewhere right around there. Why? Because you'll be able to see someone attack and you can respond to them. But more importantly, you're in a great position to attack from because you still have a draft to come out of and slipstream around. Yeah, there are people behind you, but if you surge quick enough, you can slingshot off the draft with a couple riders in front of you. If you're on the front and even second wheel, it's much, much harder to get away. Even if you put on a surge, your ensuing draft will suck them along with you. So once we get going, I want you guys to really focus on staying towards that front third. So I'm gonna put this out and we'll see what happens. So try not to go past me, because if you're on the front, you're doing work. And that's not the goal for right now. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and make my way to the front. Jason, thanks for joining us. gonna go ahead and make my way to the front. If you're at the back with me, go ahead and follow me up. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and pick up the pace just so I can get to the front. Everybody else, just try and get my slipstream. We want to tighten it up a little bit. We want to definitely be a lot more bunched than we are. We got a little 2-3 second gap for some of the riders at the front. So remember, you want to stay behind me. You do not want to go to the front. You want to avoid having to work, but you want to stay for the getting those top couple positions. Come on. Try to get my mobile link here to come back online. Good. So Frank just did a good job right there. Dennis, you overshot a little bit. So remember, here in WUWP, you can ride through avatars, so it's a lot harder. I recommend using view 3, and you have a better idea of where you are in relation to the rider in front of you.
Yeah, that's where I'm at, view 3.
All right, good. So we're starting to get a good feel for it right there. I can see there's a group bunching up behind me, and that's good. In WUWP, it's gonna be very hard to not go past me. But you guys are doing a pretty good job. I like that. Good, I'm moving to the front of this group here. Awesome. Okay, so Taylor's on the front right now. He's gonna want to ease off, make me do that work. We're gonna play right here. I'm switching my view so I can see you guys. All right, good. We want to try and get you guys fighting to be in that third wheel, that fourth wheel, somewhere right around there. All right, I'm going back up to the front. Good, all right. Remember, we're still at 2.0 at the front. So when you guys are fighting for the front, let's try not to go too far. Remember, you just have to get up to me. When you see you're closing the gap, ease off. That is a very tight bunch. Stupid trees are in my way. All right, I like that. So what you can see right now, what we have going on in our group is everyone's in a really good position. Everyone's paying attention to what everybody else is doing. We're all nicely around each other, putting me to the front. And then when they pass, you're sitting up. So that's good. We just want to make sure we got some stragglers at the back. If you're at the back there, so Seth, behind Seth, you need to try and move up and be in front of Seth. And then Seth likewise will defend his position.
My iPad went into YouTube, so I had to get out of it to get back into your boards.
Sorry. All right, I'm gonna accelerate up to a 2.5 to a 3. We're just gonna hold that for a bit. So if you're in the draft, this should still be you doing 2 to 2.5 when I go up 2.5 to 3. If you look at the group right now on the stream, you can see if you watch the video later, we're really tight. Really tight. And that's fantastic. That's what we're looking for in this situation. Pete's dogging you, Seth.
What's he saying?
He says, you're here, so no big words.
Oh, there's no big words.
Seth is actually quite the poet, Pete, so he uses complex words.
Would he rather that I eschew the obfuscation or that he do it?
All right, so what I was talking about just a second ago, before I joined in the fun, you can see when I'm going a little bit faster, you guys should still be able to sit in at a fairly easy pace. Why? Because you're in the draft. The tighter you keep it, and right now we have fairly tight, except a couple people are letting me get a gap. The tighter you keep it, the better and the bigger that draft is. Pete got a good chuckle out of that. And the tighter you can be and the bigger the draft you can make, the faster you can go with less effort. So if you look right now, I'm doing 2.6 at the front. Other than those who are getting stretched at the back, we have 1.4s in the middle right behind me, 2.2. That's ideal. Now, it's going to be a little different based on weight and terrain. Obviously, on these flat courses, the bigger people who can just put out more power are more able to go. They're able to go faster. But that's why if you're in these groups and you can sit in, you definitely can take some benefit off of that. Jamel, thanks for joining us. My avatar just took a very poor line, so it sent me to the back. Feels like I'm in the Daytona 500.
Sure.
He's been drinking.
All right, Ricky Bobby, get up here.
Yep.
He's been drinking. What can you expect?
Shake and bake.
All right, we're going to go for another 1 minute and change here. And we'll lift it a little bit higher. And I want you to continue to stay really tight. I know this is hard for some people. This is where I'm not doing any accelerations. We're just keeping it nice and tight. If you stay in this group, even if the average watt per kilo is above your zone, you'll be able to stay in there. Alright, so for those again, you guys here in Discord, you're getting a lot more. Apologize for those who are watching this later that we're on messaging only. There's only so much I can get out of the keyboard and not drop myself from the group. Alright, so I'm going to lift the pace just a touch. Stay with me. Pete asked, do fat avatars draft more than Ian-style avatars? Well, Pete, on the downhill, they have much better velocity than Ian-style avatars. Because no matter how aero or dangerous I get on my trainer, it doesn't transfer over to my avatar. He doesn't take the most aggressive lines. Alrighty, this looks really good, everybody. If you're struggling, just hold on a little bit. We're gonna do this for another 30 seconds and we'll do a small break and we'll get back into it. All right, good. Ah, man, you guys are killing it today. That looks really good. I'm watching the view from up top. View 8. You guys are holding it very tight. That is really what I like to see. Only a few people going up over the top, but then immediately settling back in. So let's watch the accelerations. KG Young. All right. Good job. Ease up to 1.5. Okay, so what we're going to move into now that we just saw what we're doing, we're going to move into our efforts block. Now, when you launch an attack, whether that be beginning, middle, or end of a race, you have to get away, or what's the point of doing it? I mean, there's no reason to attack just to stay with a group, unless you're attacking to bridge to another group. So, what are we going to do? Well, every attack I've ever done is pretty much a hard 2-minute effort at a minimum. At a minimum. So we need to build ourselves up so we can do that. A 2-minute hard attack. The problem is that 2-minute hard attack does not come from a very easy pace. Usually you're having to attack from already being at the limit. So that's what we're going to work on today. Not necessarily being at the limit, but we're going to be working on attacking from pace.
Now, when you say hard attack, you mean a difficult attack.
Hard.
Yeah.
H-A-R-D.
As opposed to myocardial infarction for Pete.
Right. All right, so Pete said he was getting ready to call 911 for us. All right, so that's nice and group up tightly. What we're going to do is once I get going again at 25, we're going to start out at a 2.5 effort. And our first attack is going to be launched from 2.5 effort. That first attack, we're going to do 1 minute at 4.0. And then we're going to ease up. We'll group back up. I know, someone's already going, that doesn't sound fun. I understand that. And then we're going to go up to a 3 effort, and we're going to launch a 1 minute at 4.0. Then we'll recover. And then we'll go back down to a 2 minute, or 2.5, and we'll go up to a 4.5 effort for 1 minute. And see how that feels. And then go up to a 3 to a 4.5. So that's kind of what we'll do at first. And our very, very last effort of the day, I'll let you go nuts for 2 minutes and see who can hold what they think they can hold. So let me write this out to the group or type it out, and we'll get going.
And at what point, Ian, do we get to cheat and throw the Mario Kart bombs at you for trying to destroy our legs?
At the 1 hour and 4 minute mark.
Oh.
All right, 26 minute mark, we're gonna start. Nice and easy, I'm gonna lift the pace.
We're at 26:30 already.
I'm at 20, oh, that's right, I started late. I'm a minute behind you.
Ian's on island time.
All right, let's pick it up to 3.0. All right. All right, let's settle at 2.5 now that we picked it up. Settle at 2.5. So we got our first little surge out of the way. All right, are you ready? Get set. And 2, 1, and go. 4.0, folks. 4.0. Just 4.0, we don't need to do 6. All right, very good job. Looks like everyone's working hard. Thanks, James, for the like. "12 seconds. 5, 3, 2, 1, and ease up. 1.0. Good job. Good job, Dennis. 1.0, folks. Thanks, Jason. Jason chiming in with night train engine sound. Alex, why don't you come on back, come on up to me. I'll tell you in the rest of the way. Good job, Alex. All right, you stay with us. We'll tow you in. Seth and I will pull you in. Come on, Seth.
Right there with you.
let's lift the pace to 3.0. We're gonna hold it at 3.0. Pete says he hates me because I'm not even puffing. Sorry, Pete. All right, get ready for 4.0. Get set. 3, 2, 1, and go. 4.0. Very nice. Everyone's looking good. Frank's looking awesome. 300 watts. That's what I'm talking about. Nice group. Come on, Yatesy. Let's go, Alex. So you guys got 15 seconds. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good job. Great work, easy 1.0. Dennis, how you feeling?
Yeah, that was a good effort.
Good. Let's let the legs recover. We're gonna go back down to a 2.5. Pete's gotta head out. Thanks for joining in, Pete. He's actually probably gotta get to work.
See you, Pete.
All right, got about another 50 seconds here. All right, let's let Dodds and Yates try and catch back on. And Nunes. Dennis, you all right?
I'm just going to hold back and do what I can from what you call from here.
Okay, sounds good.
Thanks.
Coker, how you doing? You can drop back with Dennis if you want, if you don't want to burn up the energy to catch back onto the group. Keith, how you holding in?
Hey, I'm good. I hang with the pack. I can stay in the flow of things.
Yeah, man, the draft, even in that higher pace, if you can just stay in there, you're good. Don't let that gap open, though. Let's lift it to 2.5 now. 2.5, folks. Set's a little bit off the front of us, but that's okay.
Bunch of us up here. I'm trying to draw it back.
Yeah, it's okay. Good. Dodds, good job. Dodds did a real good job coming back on. Good. All right, we got a good enough size group here.
I might have to leave early for a nature call.
Just pee right where you are, man.
Yeah.
You're such a triathlete there, you Ian.
I had a beer about a half hour before I started.
There we go.
3, 2, 1. All right, let's pick it up to 4.5. There we go. If you can't hold the 4.5, that's okay. Try and hold 4. "30 seconds. Almost done. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ease to 1.0. All right, so we're starting to figure out what we think we could hold for 2 minutes. Does anybody think that they have no problem holding 4.5 or 4 for 2 minutes?
Ain't happening for me today, Ian.
That's okay.
We might could. 4 maybe.
All right, let's ease to 1.0 at the front, Seth. We got some folks catching back on.
Roger.
Give everyone time to catch their breath. All right, good job, Ramirez. All right, we got Trinadre coming on. All right, good.
I'm waiting on you.
No, I appreciate it. We got a couple people here that were sprinting to catch on, and we want to make sure they're not dead when we start the next effort. So I'm just spinning out at 1.8, bringing them back to you. The hard part is you can see those of you guys who are in a group up front, even if you're slowing down your effort, you're still, as an aerodynamic draft or a group, carrying some speed.
You're almost there.
Yep. All right, front group hold 1.0 still. We're gonna lift up to 3.0 to catch you. We'll shut that gap down. And then you guys jump on.
Roger, 1.0.
All right, good. So now we're pulling the group back nicely. Remember, we're gonna go to 4.5 for 1 minute. I know it's hard, and I know it sucks, but I need you to try and hold it because we're trying to figure out what we think we can hold for 2. So if you can hold 4.5 for 1, then we know we can hold 4 for 2, most likely. All right, I think we're sufficiently big. Going in 15 seconds.
We're doing 1 minute or 2?
1 minute. And go. Very nice. If you can stay on someone's wheel, it can be a lot easier for you. "30 seconds. Great job, Frank. Really great job. "15 seconds. All right, ease off, 1.0. All right, regroup on me. Great job. So, for those of you who were able to do 4.5 per minute off that, great. For those of you who did it off 2.5 but not off 3, did you notice that how a little bit extra hard it was going off a 3? I guess everyone's too spent still to comment.
It takes longer to get there than if you did it from 3.
I'm just concentrating on sticking.
All right, remember, regroup on me, folks. Regroup on me. If you're going past me, slow down. If you're behind me, you can pick it up.
I'm down to 0.5.
No, that's fine. That's fine. No worries. When we lift it up, we'll catch too. And this time we're going to do 1 minute as hard as you think you can hold for 1 minute. So we're going to get spread out all over God's creation anyways. So I'm not too worried about it. I'm just trying to get people, you know, if we can, when we start together, it's much easier to hold that pack. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to queue up our group, and we're going to go to 2.5. And then when I say go, you're going to launch. And when you launch, go as hard as you want. Go nuts. But the key is you got to hold it for the entire minute. Don't fade. If you fade, you're done. Just sit up.
We're going to be all over the place.
I know. That's okay. All right, so if you're with me, let's lift the pace to 2.5. As I pass you, just jump on my wheel. kind of a nice way to ramp it up and group back up. Coker, you doing all right?
Yeah, doing all right.
All right.
Dying a little bit, but
That's okay. That's okay. Our skills and drills differ. Some days they're a little harder than others. Some days you get spread out.
What?
Getting wrapped up by the other ride here.
I was trying to draft CIS pack. Couldn't keep them.
Yeah, that'll help you.
Yeah.
Great, we're getting a big enough group here. All right, we are almost up to the group ahead of us. We got Benny Hill with us. Set and attack. 1 minute. Hold whatever you can hold for a minute. If you fade, sit up. Frank is ripping it out at 6.5 watts a kilo. Nice. Let's go. 25 seconds, folks. 25 seconds. Ten. 4, 3, 2, 1. Ease up. All right. Were you guys able to hold for the entire minute? Not good, huh, Dennis?
Yeah.
Well, good job.
yeah, I actually managed about a 4.3, 4.5.
Great.
I was sticking with you.
Nice, Keith. That's good work. I know Frank Castro did a great job there. Sugapong did as well. We were all just hanging out together. Alrighty. So if you're interested in seeing this video again, it will be up on WUWP Live by ODZ on Facebook, so you can always see us going through the CIS folks a couple times. All right, we got 11 minutes left. We're going to regroup once CIS gets away from us. And then we're going to do 2 minutes. But I'm going to cap you this time. You can go, we're going to go 90 seconds, or excuse me, we're going to go 60 seconds at 4, 30 more seconds at 4 or 5, and then the last 30 seconds you can go crazy.
I'm way off the front.
That's okay. we're gonna start picking up the pace here, and then you'll just jump on us as we catch on.
Okay, because you're not listed on the bottom.
That's okay. If you see Seth is 25 seconds in front of us. So when Dodds catches on, we're going to lift the pace to 3.0. As we pass you, jump on. All right, looking good, folks. We got 8 and change left. No worries, brother. Have a good one. Just spin it down for the last 8 minutes or so. That's it.
I'm on it. Yep.
All right, we are 15 seconds to set and closing. Seth is going to be our guy once we catch him. All right, 7 seconds to set. Closing in on that small group up front. All right, Seth, we're coming up. I need to get up to speed. All right, 60 seconds at 4.0. Set. Go. Under 45 left. Twenty seconds here. Ten. 5, 3, 2, 1. Let's go. 4.5. Ten seconds left here. And go do what you want to do. Go nuts. Good job, Keith. Two, one, and ease up. Woo! Great job. Great job.
I'll have to look for this rod again.
Oh yeah, you have to join us. We have a good time here. All right, so a quick recap, folks. We got 3.5 minutes. What we covered today was just the basics of the actual effort it takes to launch your attack. We started off though with positioning. Why did I start with positioning? Because if you try to launch your attack from a poor position in the peloton, you're just giving away time. So if you launch it from the back, you're burning a lot of energy just to get to the front. And if you launch it from the very front, like sitting front wheel, then you're going to drag people with you. There's no element of surprise. So we focused on really trying to hold that front third. And if you can hold that front third, you're in a great position tactically. You can see other attacks go before they get away, and you can attack and still have a bit of surprise. Sure, the people in the back can see it, but usually it's kind of all blocked up and they're barricaded in, so it's not a coordinated chase from behind you. That coordinated chase usually comes from that first group, that first few wheels, that first 10 wheels in the bunch. So that's why we started first with positioning. And if you can keep someone else in the front, they're doing the work for you. Once we got done with positioning today, then we focused on the effort. So based on just anecdotal experience, on average, 2 minutes is what you need to be able to push hard to make a successful attack. Sometimes you can do it with 30 seconds of big effort. Sometimes it's 10 minutes. It just depends on the chase. But at a minimum, you need to be able to do 2 minutes really hard, especially late in the race. Now we geared today much more towards our C riders as far as our caps and our efforts went, because this is really more of a C and D rider event, but B riders can learn quite a bit from as well, even some A riders. If you look at New Jay, he started here, even though he was already pretty strong. So the point is, we had to launch our attacks from pace. And what I mean by pace is whatever we think the race pace is going to be. So if you're on a C race, your race pace should be, for less than an hour race, or for about an hour-long race, somewhere around that 2.5 to 3.0. Yes, I know, sometimes they're fast, and everyone fades at the end. I got that. But the point is, 2.5 to 3 should be an average pace being held in a C or a D race. So now we need to launch our attacks from there, from that effort. So if we're already on our rivet, on our limits, we have to figure out how to hold through that and push through that to get a gap. So we start off obviously doing 1 minute first at 4 and then 4.5, and we launch from 2.5 and 3. We practice that. So we saw how much harder it is launching an attack, thanks to the right on Frank, launching the attack from the faster pace. Why? Because we're already tired. We're already taxed. We're already at our limits for an hour effort. So now, if you're 40 minutes into the race and you've been riding at your 1 hour limit already, it's very hard to get that acceleration. Sometimes, like Seth said, it takes longer to get there, but it's definitely harder to hold. And that was only for a minute. After we recovered, we did it for our 2 minutes. Now, I didn't push too much at 2 minutes for us today, because we're still building into it, and my legs are kind of tired. But we did do that build, that stair step into that 2 minutes, that 4.0, 4.5, and whatever you can hold. What I recommend is for people to be able to get that, to be able to do that effort, start doing some VO2 max workouts where you have those 2 to 5 minute efforts. There's quite a few of them if you go into the WUWP workouts. If you go to the teamodz.com website, there's a whole bunch of the OD Zwifters workouts there. If you hit us up on Facebook, any one of us can get them to you as well. We're more than happy to share them. But I highly recommend those workouts to be able to teach your body how to get away. So anybody have any questions about what we covered today?
Nope, I'll do my nature call now.
Great job, Keith. So if anybody's interested in doing some other rides that are scheduled for this week, while this is the best ride that is offered on Zwift, there are a few others out there from the ODZ crew. We have, let's see here. We have Thursday is the Thursday Night Throwdown tomorrow evening at, I believe it's 9 p.m. Eastern. Friday, Jason Flores will host In the Feed Zone, where he talks about nutrition. Saturday, we believe have a cat and mouse this weekend. And on Sunday is the ever-present OD's entry, where it's pretty much all Sunday morning at either 2.5 or 3. Just join in, The leaders swap out, and you can ride 100 miles, 100K, or more, depending on what you want to do and how many liters you want to chew up and spit out. Next Monday, we have the Magnum Monday. And then Tuesday will be a coffee ride next week, followed by What's Up with Power and the Skills and Drills again next Wednesday. Also, Friday morning, we do have the Ebb Ride, which is a 1 hour fairly chill ride, except for the last kilometer sprint. And there are a few other rides like Thea's Chat and Chill on Monday at 7:15 that aren't on my calendar here, but if you jump over again on teamodz.com or you go to Zwift Live by ODZ, you'll see the schedule. And we hope to see you guys out for more rides. Thanks a lot for coming out.
Thanks, Coach. That was awesome.
Yeah, thanks a lot.
Thanks. That was great. Great first ride. Thanks.
Oh, you're welcome. Hope to see you.